Tonight, how close is too close? A new court order is blocking a gun range from firing near a North Texas school. Why a judge is taking action before the first day of class.
Injury to special needs students, child grooming, as well as sexual remarks. This while one man was passed between 4 separate school districts across the DFW area. I have that story coming up.
A little chance of a thunderstorm this evening and another chance on Saturday. I've got the timeline for you coming up.
And new surveillance video shows the moment a fuel truck crashed into a TV station in Texas.
A special graduation today for one Fort Worth police family, and this one comes with a pretty unique connection. I'll have that story for you coming up.
A temporary restraining order is now in place, stopping a gun range from firing bullets that can reach a middle school in Northlake. Northwest ISD sued the gun range, claiming bullets hit Barksdale Middle School twice in recent days. Richard Solomon just spoke with families and breaks down what's next in this legal fight.
Before students walk these hallways, Northwest ISD officials say something has already made its way onto campus, and those are stray bullets. Now there is a lawsuit filed against a local gun range about a mile away from where we're standing at now. It's not the distance that's the issue.
The biggest concern for me was who thought this out.
It's what could and what already has traveled in between. Northwest ISD says 2 stray bullets were found on site of the new Barksdale Middle School. They're pointing the blame at the Quail Creek shooting range just over a mile away.
They're very strict there. They have strict rules in place.
The voice you hear is of a father whose kids will attend the new school. He also goes to the gun range.
There's no room for horseplay there.
And there's also safety measures.
Yeah, they have berms, you know, everything that a gun range should have.
On Friday, a judge granted a temporary restraining order against the gun range. The range can continue to operate with firearms that are incapable of reaching the school. In a letter sent to parents, the district said this will be in place until, quote, appropriate safety measures are implemented. A lawsuit was filed by the district saying the 2 bullets hit the school, one on May 9th and the other just last week. We stopped by the gun range and were told they have no comment, but they did tell us the gun range has been there for more than 40 years.
Obviously, safety is number one for the kids, for the staff, anybody involved.
The district said since the TRO is in place, school will start with no interruptions. But this father hopes some resolution is reached.
It only takes one time.
In Northlake, I'm Richard Solomon.
Now to a developing story in Dallas where the city manager will unveil next year's budget any minute now. And from what we're hearing, there will be major cuts. City Hall reporter Cole Sullivan is live in our newsroom tonight with the new information just sent out to employees.
And Chris, we have new information in the last 5 minutes. The city is going to lay off some library employees, it says. It says in a bid to avoid closing any libraries. We don't know about other layoffs, but what we do know is Dallas is trying to fix a $50 million budget deficit. The problem is basic economics. There's more money going out than coming in. And Tolbert, the city manager here, said this week salaries and the city's obligation to the pension takes up most of this general fund. In a new video, she says the city has done all it can to be efficient.
Regrettably, despite the efforts, this budget does impact our workforce. And I understand that this news brings uncertainty. And what I want you to hear from me is that I care deeply about each of you. These decisions are challenging because it's not about positions, it's about people.
And we'll get a look at the full budget from City Manager Kimberly Tolbert any second now, and we'll have an update for you tonight at 10. Chris.
All right, a lot of eyes on that budget. Thank you very much, Cole. We just got an update on the outage at JPS Health Network in Fort Worth. Officials now say it'll last at least several more days. And in a new statement released today, the hospital says they identified, quote, suspicious activity with its technology Monday morning. The outage has forced staff members and patients to go back to basics, filling out paperwork by hand. JPS says any patients who need assistance should call the hospital directly. Well, the evening rush is well underway now. And Stacia Wilson has a look at what's happening on the roads.
It most certainly is, Chris. We're starting in the Louisville area where we're watching a backup on the southbound side of I-35E. You do have an accident there just south of this location right there at Business 121, and you have a couple lanes blocked as a result. So that's causing that backup again through the Louisville area. Once you get past that, 35 looks a lot better. Looking at the rest of Metroplex, just a few areas where things are really I guess, especially busy, including this portion of Central Expressway that we're watching. It starts to slow down on the southbound side, right around Parker. Honestly, though, it looks like it's even panned out a little since I checked that camera last. Now we're taking a live look. If you're heading toward Rockwall County from Dallas County, yes, Lake Ray Hubbard, you've got that backup that extends all the way from Bass Pro to Dalrock. Want to remind folks that you do have a change that started this morning, including the exit of I-30 and State Highway 205. That is currently closed. You can't exit or can't access 205 from I-30 eastbound at the current exit. They have moved the exit up about a mile as they continue to work on the I-30 expansion project. All right, Chris, back to you.
All right, thank you, Stacia. New tonight, a Dallas ISD police officer is recovering from gunshot wounds in the ICU after trying to help someone in crisis. Authorities say Officer Justin Jones stopped on 635 Thursday morning to help move a man off the freeway and take him to a Sam's Club nearby. The man shot the 16-year-old veteran in the store's parking lot, and while Officer Jones is still being treated, he is expected to recover. The district released a new statement about the shooting saying, quote, Officer Jones' actions reflect the true heart of our Dallas ISD police force and security officers. Day in and day out, our officers answer the call with selflessness and courage to protect students, staff, and neighbors. Their commitment to serving others is something we'll never take for granted. Tomorrow, Dallas firefighter Ted Carpenter will be laid to rest with full honors in Waxahachie. Carpenter died on his 48th birthday earlier this week following a courageous battle with cancer. He served more than 23 years with Dallas Fire Rescue and left behind a legacy of service along with a wife and 2 children who will carry his memory forever. The service begins at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Coming up next, police have made 2 arrests in multiple school districts, and there are new questions about who knew what before a teacher was hired. New allegations leveled against 2 educators.
And a couple thunderstorms have made it just across the Red River. Who could see rain tonight? Who could see rain Saturday? Full forecast coming up.